thing on. What's up, guys? This is Misha with Winning Designs, and today I want to talk to the homeowners out there. I get asked all the time on how do I find good contractors? How do I find contractors that are not going to screw me over? There are so many horror stories about guys, girls getting screwed over by contractors that I do want to kind of share just my personal view on this and how I would go about finding somebody. And if you are a professional that does this for a living and you can add to this conversation, please do below and help me out, because I'm just basically freeballing it here. I'm figuring like this is how I would do it and I would go about it. But if you guys can add to this, let's help a couple homeowners out. It could like save them thousands of dollars and not get screwed over. So very first thing, like, it's a little bit different when it's just a tile installer or just like a painter, a painter, installer, like just a single crew kind of guy or girl. Like, you're not necessarily going to have those guys have like these big websites or these big accounts that you can kind of refer to. So that's that's harder to find. So what I would do in that case, if I'm trying to find a painter, if I'm trying to find a tile guy, I would go to a local tile store. And I would ask them. You probably are going to end up buying tile from them. You're going to overpay probably by $200 or $300 for the tile itself. But now what you did is you put a middleman between you and the contractor. So if the contractor screws you over, you can go back to the store and you can say, what the hell happened? Like, this guy bounced. He didn't help, he didn't finish the project. She started and never finished the project. It's half done. It looks like crap. Whatever. So now, like, you can go back to the store and the store has to fix that. Because it's kind of like their name, their reputation. If they've been around for 20 years, 15 years, it means they have somebody good installing their work, or they have some type of system figured out to get their work done properly. Same thing with the painter. If you're looking for a painter, might be hard to find like a painter with a website, just, unless you're trying to find a big painting company. So I would go to a local paint store, your Sherwin-Williams, your Benjamin Moore stores, your local hardware stores that have those painting sections. You go to them and you're like, hey, I'm new here, I'm new in town, I'm trying to find a painter, like, who would you recommend? And everybody who works behind the paint counter, they know who comes in there every single day. And the people that are busy are people that have good work and do good work. So go and talk to those people. Then you have to do a Google search. If you find people on Google and they have reviews and you can find their name, they're Googleable, that's a huge win right there. Because what that means is that person did work, did a couple projects, and they haven't screwed anybody over yet, because then those people would go and write a bad review. You know how bad reviews travel much faster than good reviews. So if they do have a Google presence, it means that they are open to bad reviews and to good reviews. So if you see that they don't have any bad reviews, then that's a huge win. Next, I would say you have to follow your gut feeling. So if you call and you schedule an appointment, hey, can you be here at 4 o'clock on Monday? They don't show up, and then they call you back on Wednesday. Hey, I'm sorry, I didn't call you. That's a huge red flag. That sets everything up to be a bad experience to start out with. It's okay to miss an appointment, but you have to call and say hey, I'm gonna miss this appointment. Please don't wait around. But if they do show up, they show up on time. They look clean. They're presentable. That's a plus, right? But if the person walks in and they're just they're kind of beat up looking. They're not cleaned up. Might be driving like a 1980 car. That's a red flag. Contractors get paid good money. And if that person can't afford to get himself a decent car and put themselves together, they don't care about themselves, then they're probably not going to care that much about your project as well. So that's one of the things. If they walk into your house and right away you get a gut feeling about them, that you have to follow your gut on these things, because that person is going to be in your house for the next couple of weeks, and you don't want to live with that gut feeling for the next couple of weeks. Wait to find somebody else. But if they walk into your house and they're just yeah, I have a guy for that. Yep, we can do that. That looks like $2,000. Yep, they're not writing anything down. They're not measuring anything. They're not taking note of anything. That's a red flag right there. They don't send you a professional proposal. You have to make sure that you write everything in contract. Even if it's a friend, if it's a referral from a friend, you still should have a contract. And the way, not to make it awkward, you have to say oh, this is more to make sure that we have, for you, it's not about me, it's for you. I want to make sure that we have a contract here, just to make sure that we're clear on what our expectations are. So that's one of the things, and I really hope that that helps somebody. That's how I would go about it. Google search is huge. I know there's those 40-year-old, or the people I've been doing this for 40 years, 50 years. Those are really hard. You have to find them through like a lot of word of mouth, and that's harder if you're just a new in town. You're trying to find somebody, you don't know anybody. That's harder. So find on Google. If somebody is out there putting out their pictures on Instagram, putting out their pictures on Facebook, it means they're proud of their work and they want to do good work. Also, they have those accounts then that you can review, and you can leave bad reviews or good reviews. So that's huge, because like I know that if my toilet that I installed is leaking, or something, the tile grout is cracked, if I don't go in and fix that, they're going to leave a bad review for me. It's worth me going and fixing it, because they're going to leave a bad review for me. So that right there has that power for homeowner over the contractor to make sure that they get their job done till the end. So I really hope that this helped somewhat. Please comment below if you're a homeowner, if this made sense at all. If you are a contractor, please help the conversation and leave some comments below, because this is just how I feel and how I would go about it. If you guys have a different method or a different kind of red flags or green flags, please comment below. And I hope this helps. We're going to do more videos on how to renovate bathrooms moving forward. So please subscribe, and I hope you guys have a great day.